Assalamu alaikum class 7. Today we have to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 15, and this chapter is congruence and similarity. So students, in this unit we have to learn about how to identify congruent and similar figures, about the properties of congruent and similar figures, and how to apply the properties for two figures to be congruent or similar, and how to apply the properties for congruency between two triangles, that is SSS, SAS, ASA and RHS. So firstly we have to do the math flash. What is closed figure with three sides called? So student, that is triangle. Triangle is a closed figure with three sides. Which triangle has three equal sides? That is equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is that triangle in which all the three sides are equal. The next one is, in which triangle two base angles are equal? That is an isosceles triangle. What is the sum of interior angles of a triangle? The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. What is the name of a triangle which has one of its angle equal to 90 degree? That is right angle triangle. A right angle triangle is that triangle in which one of the angle is 90 degree. And the last one is that if two angles of a triangle are 30 and 60. Two angles are 30 and 60. What is the size of the third angle? So as we know that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. So we have to subtract 30 and 60 from 180 to get the size of the third angle. So that is 180 minus 30 minus 60. So 30 minus 60 will become minus 90, and after the subtraction we will get 90 degree. Now we have to learn about what are the congruent figures. So geometrical figures of same shape and same size are congruent. So C and D are the congruent figures because they have same shape and same size. So in two congruent figures, the sides that match are known as the corresponding, and the angles that match the corresponding positions and sizes are the corresponding angles. We can say that this angle is corresponding to this angle and this side is corresponding side of this triangle. And the symbol for congruency is this, which means is congruent to. If we write triangle ABC congruent to triangle EFG is congruent to, so we have to write is congruent to. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFG. Now we have to talk about what is similarity. Two shapes are similar means that all the corresponding angles are equal, and all the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. It means these two figures are similar because they have equal angles. This angle is equal to this angle, but the sides are in some ratio. And the symbol that is used for similarity is this symbol. This symbol is used to express similarity, and it means is similar to. So we can say that the two figures are said to be congruent if they have same angles and same sides. If they have same size and same shape. But two triangles are said to be similar if they have corresponding angles are equal, but the corresponding sides are in the sum ratio. It means congruent figures have same size but similar triangle didn't. These are the similar figures because they have same angles and the sides are in same ratio. Now we have to see some practical examples of similarity. All the photographs of the carpet similar to each other. Their angles are same, 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, and their sizes are different and the sides are in the same ratio. All the three leaves are similar to each other. These are the some examples of similarity. Now we have to move to congruent triangles. We know that the two triangles are congruent if they are of the same size, that is the three corresponding sides and three corresponding angles are equal. We do not necessarily need to measure all the three sides and all the three angles of two triangles to determine whether they are congruent or not. If there are some properties of triangles for congruency of triangles, look at the following triangles, that is this side is equal to this side is also equal, and the third side is also equal, that is side, side, side. If the three sides of the triangles are equal to the other triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. We didn't need to measure all the three angles to determine either they congruent or not. If simply the three sides are equal to the other triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So the second property is that if two sides and one angle is equal to the other triangle, if two triangles have two sides and one angle are equal in measure, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. This is a property SAS, side angle side. The third one is that if two triangles have two angles and one side are equal in measure. Two angles and one side. ASA, angle side angle, then these two triangles are congruent. The last one is that if in a right angle triangle, if two sides are equal, that means right angle, hypotenuse and side, RHS. If the two triangles have RHS property, then these two triangles are congruent. And RHS means right angle, hypotenuse and one side are equal in measure, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Now we have to explain these properties of congruent triangles. The property number 1 is side, side, side. If the three corresponding sides of two triangles are equal, then triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent. You can see that the three sides are equal. So this is the side, side, side property. So these two triangles are congruent if they have three equal sides. And we can write as SSS is congruent to SSS. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent by the property of side, side, side. The next property is side angle side. If the corresponding two sides and the included one angle of two triangles are equal, this is a condition that the angle is included between the sides. If two sides and the included angle of two triangles are equal, then the triangles are congruent. So if two angles of a triangle are equal to two corresponding angles of the second triangle, the third angle will always be equal to the third angle of the second triangle. So it's not necessary to measure it, because if two sides and one angle is equal to the other triangle, then these are called congruent. And in a congruent triangle, all the sides and all the angles are equal. A, B, C and DEF congruent, so by the property SAS. Now the third property is angle side angle. In the two given figures, if two corresponding angles and the side included between them are equal, then the triangles are congruent. So triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent by the property ASA, that means angle side angle. If two angles of a triangle are equal to the two corresponding angles of the second triangle, the third angle will always be equal to the third corresponding angle of the second triangle. And if the sides between these corresponding angles in the two triangles are equal, then the triangles will be congruent. The last property is property number 4, that is right angle hypotenuse side. If from one triangle the hypotenuse and one side corresponding to one of the remaining two sides of the second right angle triangle are equal, then these triangles are congruent. So hypotenuse means that one of the triangle of a triangle is a right angle. So RHS. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by the property of RHS, that means right angle hypotenuse side. Alright students, now we have to start our exercise 15. The first question is fill in the blanks. Two figures with the same shape and size are called congruent. By the definition of congruent figures, two figures with same shape and size are called congruent. At least one of the dash properties for triangle to be congruent has to be true. So there are 4 properties, so we can say that at least one of the 4 properties for triangles to be congruent has to be true. Point number 3, if two shapes have equal angles and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, so then these shapes are similar by the definition of similarity. That is, if two shapes have equal angles and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, then these shapes are called similar. So we have to write similar. Point number 4, two triangles with all 3 sides equal are congruent, side, 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 by the property number 1. Two triangles cannot be dash if their angles and sides are equal. Similar, because if they have equal angles and equal sides, then this is called the congruent. But in the similarity, two triangles are called similar if their angles are equal but sides are in same ratio. Question number 2 is state whether the following are true or false. Any two triangles can be congruent if all their angles are equal. False. because this statement is incomplete. Any two or triangles can be congruent if all their angles and sides are equal, then that will be true. But the statement is incomplete, so that is false. Point number 2, if a triangle is enlarged twice as its size, the area of the new triangle will be changed. That's true. If the size of the triangle is enlarged, then this have the greater area. Point number 3, if two sides and one of the non-included angle are equal, that's false. That cannot be congruent because there is a condition. If two sides and the included angle are equal, then the two triangles can be congruent. So not non-included, that will be included. So that's false. Point number 4, all sides of similar triangles are increased or decreased in the same ratio. That's true. Point number 5, two triangles can be congruent and similar to each other. That's false. These both conditions cannot be held. Either they are congruent or they are similar. So two triangles can be congruent but not similar. But if two triangles are similar, that cannot be congruent. So that's false. One of them condition will be held. Question number 3 is triangle ABC and triangle PQR. ABC and triangle PQR are congruent. Write the corresponding sides and angles. Firstly, students, side AC is congruent to side QR. The included angle because these two sides are marked as these two sides and the included angle is C, so the included angle is P. So angle C is congruent to angle P. Angle C is congruent to angle P. So that means AB is equals to QR. So we can say that AB equals to QR. So if AB is equals to QR, so the angle A is equals to the angle Q. Angle A equals to the angle Q and measurement AB is equals to measurement QR. Now angle B, if AB is equals to QR, so angle B equals to angle R. Angle B is equals to angle R. So the side BC will be RP. And angle C is equals to the angle P because the included angle between the equal sides. So angle C is equals to angle P and CA will be equals to PQ. So students, I hope you will understand this lecture and you can differentiate between congruent and similar figures. Take care. Allah Hafiz.